against the Rockets, but 3 of the 4 wins last season were by 7 points or less. But this is a series that has been dominated by San Antonio, and the Rockets took care of Dallas a couple of weeks ago by 31 points. That's another Texas team that has dominated Houston down through the last few years. There's the big fundamental going to the basket, and T-Mac with a rebound. Rockets have been getting off to good starts in the games they win, not good starts in the 2 games they've lost. And there is Fabricio Oberto with his first foul of the game. The officials tonight, Jess Kersey, Joe DeRosa, and Robbie Robinson. Kersey, one of the veterans of the NBA officials. So already Oberto trying to force Yao out of that paint.
Well, he's trying to keep him from getting deep low post position.
Double team coming over on Yao. He's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. This time Bruce Bowen came over and fouled Yao Ming. He was helping on the double team.
Obviously, Coach Popovich has been watching the previous game. He's not about to let Yao go one-on-one against anyone. He's going to bring 2-3 guys down there to counter his dominance in the paint.
So now if Bowen is double teaming on Yao Ming, what's that going to do to Tracy McGrady?
Well, if they're going to leave Tracy McGrady for wide open jumpers, you got to see if this game is on. Obviously, he's been struggling a little bit, but I would never leave Tracy McGrady.
I was going to brag on Yao Ming. He's shooting 88% from the free throw line coming into this game. He was 51 of 58 from the free throw line. He made 16 in a row earlier this season. He's probably one of the best free throw shooters. I know he's one of the best in the league, but the best big man
of all time.
Yeah, if he keeps that up. Inside to Oberto. And a foul is whistled on Rafer Alston. Fabricio Oberto in a game earlier this year in a win over Phoenix went 11 of 11 from the field.
Well, I tell you what, he is a starter that pretty much is a surprise for the Spurs team. Here he is shooting 75% from the field and doing all of the dirty work. So he's starting to pan out and become what they thought he would when they acquired him.
Well, they're number 28 in the league in free throw shooting. There's Popovich talking to DeRosa. And they're number 28. Only Miami. The worst free throw shooting. And of course, that's Shaquille O'Neal. And Duncan steals the rebound.
Over the top of Yao.
Manu Ginóbili hits a 3.
You don't see that very often. You don't go over the top of Yao very often.
Battier. Going now to T-Mac. T-Mac working on Bowen. Bowen's already picked up a foul. Tracy to the rack. When T-Mac goes to the rack, it's usually 2 points. Having some new shoes on tonight. Looked like he got more acceleration, didn't he? Ginóbili back to Parker. Parker, that's really a facet of his game he's improved on. An outside shooting. And a rebound going to Juwan Howard. Tracy McGrady turns the corner to T-Mac to the rack for 2 more.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Taking it inside, not dependent on the outside jumper. I think T-Mac has a different perspective for this game.
That's a good point you make. He's been settling for the jump shot, and that's what they were counting on. That's why they've been double-teaming Yao early. Parker drives it in for 2, something he does very well. He is so quick.
One of the quickest players is certainly at point guard in the NBA, and he's averaging over 24 points a game this season. That's high for Tony Parker.
McGrady over Bowen off the back of the iron, and Parker with a rebound. They are the number 1 defensive rebounding team in the NBA, San Antonio is. Rockets are number 6 in defensive rebounding.
These 2 teams are always in good position. And that's what it takes to be a good team rebounding.
And it's blocked by Battier.
A rebounding team, shall we say.
Yeah. T-Mac with a lot of energy here early. And looking down low, and Oberto picks up the foul on Yao Ming. You cannot impede the progress of the offensive player, and that time Oberto stepped in front of Yao Ming.
Here you see the block. Ginóbili goes in and blocked. Shane Battier's right there on the spot. The Rockets pick it up.
Something the Rockets didn't have last year, Shane Battier. That was the off-season deal made right before the draft with Memphis.
Wonderful acquisition because he does all of the dirty things, the little things that no one else wants to do. And he can guard anyone from a point guard to a power forward.
Down to Yao Ming working on the baseline now. Francisco Elson has checked in for Orberto. And Yao with a miss. Now that's a shot that Yao has been making a lot here in the early season. He's missed his first 2. Parker on the drive, Parker inside, and Elson follows it up for 2. He's very athletic. That was a deal San Antonio made with Denver in the offseason to pick up a very athletic Francisco Elson.
I tell you, when Yao goes to block the shot, the other Rockets have got to come back and try to help get on the boards. Elson took advantage of that last possession.
Yao lays it up with the miss. Duncan with the rebound. Quickly up the court to Ginóbili. Outside to Bowen. Bowen's not a good shooter except when he's behind the three-point line.
And his feet are set.
Yeah. Then he can shoot lights out. Ginóbili passed up the mid-range shot. Goes to Duncan. Duncan is fouled on the play by Juwan Howard. This is a San Antonio team that goes to the free throw line about 30 times a game. But they're only a 68% free throw shooter. Where was that?
I didn't see anything. I didn't even see any contact. And if it was initiated by Duncan.
Duncan gets it to go. He runs in spurts. He'll shoot and make 8 out of 9, 9 out of 10. Then he'll miss 9 out of 10. He's shooting 54% on the season. But this started a couple of years ago with him.
Yeah.
Usually if he gets started okay from the free throw line, he's okay for the game.
He can be very streaky, which tells me it's not so much mechanical. A lot of it is probably emotional.
10-5 lead now, San Antonio. T-Mac inside, had it blocked, and Juwan Howard with a putback and the foul. Chuck Hayes is out of the starting lineup for at least the next 2 weeks with a hyperextended knee, and Juwan Howard is having to take the place of Hayes, who is a very good rebounder, but Juwan's done a good job of that in his 12-year NBA career.
Oh, he's special because he knows his role, and there's something about having an experienced veteran coming off the bench that just makes your team a lot better.
Juwan with the three-point play the old-fashioned way. There's Chuck Hayes, and they thought he might be out for the year when it initially happened. He ran into Shaquille O'Neal and hyperextended his knee. Elson with a rebound and a quick putback.
Francisco Elson on the offensive boards tonight.
Yes, indeed.
He knows that's his role on the Spurs team.
Yep.
He will not get a single play called for him all night.
He's a 7-footer with a lot of quickness. Down to McGrady. Bowen, who's considered the best one-on-one defender in the NBA. Some think he's a little dirty.
We've heard that.
That's what the players say.
I personally don't think that. I just think he's a hard worker.
Isaiah Thomas would disagree with you. There's Yao Ming with a miss. Isaiah got into a shouting match with Bowen a couple of games back, and Yao Ming with a rebound on the missed shot by Parker. Right back the other way by Rafer Alston. If you're used to watching Jeff Van Gundy teams, you'll notice the difference as Tracy McGrady hits 3. They're running a lot faster tempo this season, and they're shooting earlier in the shot clock than any Van Gundy teams of the past.
I tell you what, that's what happens.
Juwan takes it away.
When you take it to the rack, get a couple easy buckets, that jumper is a whole lot freer.
Offensive foul on McGrady.
He called it for the push-off with the offhand.
You got to be used to physical play when you play San Antonio. They'll get right up in your face.
Well, Popovich prides himself on having good defensive ball play. So if you're playing for Popovich, you're going to be a pretty darn good defender.
These two coaches are usually in the top 3 year in and year out in defensive stats, and dribbled off the foot of Duncan.
That's why they teach big guys not to put it on the floor. But obviously, Tim Duncan is one of the best, and that doesn't happen very often.
Shane Battier with a rare post-up. He'll take it in on Ginóbili. Missed the left-handed hook shot. And it's tipped back to Juwan Howard. That's that little 12-footer. And Juwan is money with that shot.
Well, he's proven for many years that he can make the 12-footer. You have to guard him from that range.
13-12, Rockets with the lead. 6:02 left to play in the quarter. Duncan taking it down low, and he got the roll.
Shooter's bounce is what they call that.
Well, he's got such a nice soft touch.
Oh, yeah. He's got good rhythm to his game right now.
McGrady, he's feeling it tonight. Three-pointer for Tracy McGrady. Back-to-back threes for team.
I tell you, he's not hesitating. He's going straight up.
Well, any shooting woes Tracy McGrady may have had coming into this game, he doesn't have them tonight. And Popovich says, maybe I better change my defense. It's the Tracy McGrady show early.
Yeah, look, I mean, you looked good. You looked like you were working.
You were fooled. Every time I dunk. Drop 30, 40. It fooled you. Because you believe that was about me. While I believe. Phase 5, baby. But you're not a fool. Are you?
Great. I'm going to need to go to that 4 o'clock meeting, I think. I should probably...
No, I'm sending it to you right now. And change my...
Okay, do you want to talk to Brian?
Are you going to go ahead and fax me that? And I'm about to email you the budget for next week.
You're going to grind it in the...
Mr. Claybo! Mr. Claybo!
With over 1,500 worldwide locations, even on the road, you're never far from a FedEx Kinko's. Let a FedEx Kinko's specialist handle all your packing and shipping needs, just in time for the holidays.
Def.
Who's got next? NBA 2K7. The #1 rated NBA simulation featuring signature style, isolated post play, and Shot 6 Pro. New generation, new attitude. Welcome to the Supreme Court. NBA 2K7 from 2K Sports. Rated E for everyone.
O'Neal with the deflection. Here he goes. Shaquille O'Neal.
De regreso a Toyota Center. ¿Qué tal, amigos y amigas? Yo soy Adrián Chavarría, la voz en español de los Rockets de Houston. Ahora ustedes tienen la oportunidad de ver el partido de los Rockets por televisión, pero escuchándolo en español. Utilicen su control remoto de sus televisiones en la opción de SAP y podrán ver a los Rockets y escuchar mi narración en español. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Adrian. As we look at point difference per game, now this is usually how, at least I can tell who the best teams in the league are.
Point differential, you got to love that. That means how bad they're beating the opposing team on a nightly basis. And when you can get 8 points a game differential, you're playing great defense and you're unstoppable on the offensive end.
Parker gets that mid-range jumper and he misses. That's a shot he normally makes. Rafer Alston has had a terrific start to the season. He's not leading the team in assists. He has over 5 a game. Tracy McGrady leads the team with over 6.
But Rafer's doing a wonderful job of just running the show, getting everyone involved.
McGrady sets up Juwan Howard with the open jumper and he missed. That's a shot that should be there all night if they're going to double team McGrady. Finley has checked into the game for the Spurs. Parker from the outside again. He's open and he misses again. So Parker off to a 1-for-6 start from the field.
And here's a guy who's shooting about 55% from the field in his previous 6 games.
Yao Ming's got great position and it's off the glass for 2. Nice pass. Yao Ming with his first basket of the game. He's now 1-for-4. 10-2 run by Houston, and the Rockets take a 4-point lead. Bruce Bowen, Finley a terrific shooter, little runner baseline short, and the rebound to Juwan. No, T-Mac, I'm sorry.
A lot of bodies in there.
Yes, there were, a lot of white jerseys. Tracy McGrady beats Bowen. Hook pass to Yao Ming for 2, maybe 3. Foul is called on Timmy Duncan.
And what a great pass by Tracy McGrady to Yao Ming. Here he is penetrating to the right, draws the defender, gives it to Yao, who's strong enough to take the bump and still finish it strong.
Well, Clyde, San Antonio had a 10-5 lead, and since that time, the Rockets have gone on a run now to lead at 20-14.
I tell you what, it's all about patience and being aggressive on the offensive end. The Rockets are exploiting the early opportunities on offense, and they're getting easy layups because of it.
Well, Greg Popovich started out double-teaming Yao Ming, and now he's had to help out with McGrady. That's the problem that the Rockets pose for the opponent.
Well, they have one of the most potent 1-2 punches in the league.
Now the Spurs go to their bench, which is very potent, too, as Robert Horry comes into the bench, off the bench with Bino Udrith. Horry comes out. McGrady with the ball, matched up with Bowen. Now Horry comes out to cut him off. That means Yao pops out to the free throw line. Oh, and he misses the shot off the back of the iron, and Udrith back the other way. Tim Duncan working on Yao Ming, turns it inside and draws a foul.
Boy, is he good on the low block. Splits the double team, draws the contact, and had a chance to make the basket. It didn't go in, but he draws the foul.
Shane Battier leaned in and drew the foul.
See how he splits the double team, still gets it up. Never squared his shoulders, but threw it up there anyway, and he's on the line.
So Yao Ming will sit down with 6 points and the rebound as Dikembe Mutombo will check in for Yao. This is something that Jeff Van Gundy is doing more of this year. He's getting Yao out of the game about midway through the first period. He waited a little longer tonight to get him going, and he's been coming in with Dikembe Mutombo. Tim Duncan's hit 3 in a row.
He's on a roll. But I think that's a good deal because you don't want Yao Ming to get too fatigued because he plays extremely hard. So he's playing in an 8-9 minute intervals. I like that. It's a great coaching move.
So Tim Duncan with 6 points, 4 coming from the free throw line. Rafer Alston, they ran off and left him. Now you better not do that. Rafer's shooting the ball pretty well this season.
Skip to my Lou says, "You're going to leave me? I'm going to make you pay."
Bowen in the corner. Duncan inside on Mutombo, and it's goaltending on Dikembe Mutombo. Number 3 all-time in NBA block shots. He's 40 years old now. The oldest player in the NBA.
I'd like to see some documentation of that.
Deke had 3,157 blocks entering tonight's game. We're going to see some good shot blockers, too. Timmy Duncan's an excellent shot blocker, and Yao Ming.
Robert Horry is not too bad.
Nope. Brady in the corner, gets the baseline, lays it up, no whistle. Dikembe gets it back.
No foul.
Dana Udrith back the other way. 23-18, Houston with the lead. 2:17 left to play. Tim Duncan out a little higher than he normally is.
Spurs are basically isolated, Duncan.
He misses the shot, and Howard with the rebound. He is one of the best off the glass, but maybe that was a little outside of his range. And the Rockets call a timeout. 2:03 left to play in the first period. And these two Texas teams got the two-step going tonight.
When does the best-selling car in America become the best car for America? When does an engine become an engine of change? Introducing the first ever gas-electric Camry with hybrid Synergy drive. When a car becomes more.
Hey, it's our friend Bob. Looks like Bob continues to enjoy the big lift he gets from Enzyte and natural male enhancement. With over 10 million packs sold, Enzyte is firmly the #1 selling brand, bringing true natural male enhancement to men all over the world. Now you can join Bob and the millions of men who fully enjoy the benefits of Enzyte. Just call or visit Enzyte.com for a sample pack of the strongest, most powerful Enzyte formula yet. Enjoy the full, robust confidence that only Enzyte can provide. If you've ever been curious about natural male enhancement, there's never been a better time to try a sample pack of Enzyte. Visit Enzyte.com or call toll-free for a sample pack. Call right now and you'll also get 2 free packs of Enzyte Topical Rush. With an offer this big, it's enough to throw a parade. Sample packs are in stock now and shipped to you within 48 hours. Offer only good while supplies last. Limit 1 per household. Enzyte, the once daily tablet for natural male enhancement.
Rockets with a 5-point lead, 2:03 left in the first quarter, and you might be seeing some European basketball when you look at these two teams. How about this international game? San Antonio is, of course, Tim Duncan from the Virgin Islands, but he played at Wake Forest. Elson, Ginóbili, Alberto, Parker, and Udrich. And Yao Ming, Vasily Spanoulis, and Dikembe Mutombo. Tony Parker, of course, went with the San Antonio Spurs to France for training camp this year, and that was a very popular move. He's, of course, one of the most recognizable athletes in French sports history.
Between Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they own the French market in the NBA.
Yep. Diaw off to a slow start with Phoenix this year, but Tony's picked up right where he left off last season. So in the last 6 minutes, the Rockets have been on a 15-6 run. Yao and T-Mac have 10 of the 15 points. Dikembe Mutombo stays in the game for Yao Ming. Shot clock at 9 seconds. Rafer gets a step. Little baby hook on the iron, and the rebound goes to Elson. They exercised the option on Beno Udrich's contract before the regular season started. He's a nice player.
Very nice player.
Ginóbili misses a three, and the rebound goes to T-Mac. So Tracy in the early going, getting on the glass for 4 rebounds. Tracy turns the corner. Tracy McGrady takes it inside for 2.
I tell you what, Bill, when he does that, they have no answer for Tracy McGrady taking it to the basket, because what he does, if they come to help, he's great at finding the open man.
He hasn't been slashing much lately. He's been going to the basket, drawing the double team and passing out of it, but tonight he wants his own shot.
Oh, that's what the Rockets want.
Oh, they want Elson shooting that, and Ori gets the long. That ball was shot so hard it came way out to the free throw line, and Udrich will get a fresh 24 for San Antonio. And a three-pointer.
That's what he does well. He's under control, very solid competitor, can shoot the lights out of it.
San Antonio number 1 in the NBA in three-point shooting at 39% as a team, and we haven't even seen Brent Berry yet. Here's McGrady, rises up and hits again. Tracy McGrady having a 14-point quarter. Wow.
He can do that.
He's on a pace for about 60 points.
I like it. I think, when you're a player of Tracy McGrady's caliber, you're not going to have too many games where you struggle shooting the ball from the field. There's too much pride for that.
About a 3-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Udrich down to Elson for the slam. Interior defense going to sleep for Houston, and now McGrady will have it with 3 seconds down to 2. They're going to double team him, back to Juwan. He does not get it off in time. So that's the end of the out of the game. San Antonio outscored Houston by a score of 7-6. So Yao is back in along with Luther Head, one of the top 3-point shooters in the league. Scott Padgett has moved off of the inactive list back to the active list, and he's playing now. As Alston takes it up, draws a foul, he'll shoot 2.
Well, that inactive list is really a good thing, because you're going to have injuries throughout the season. But you have 3 players you can keep on that list all season long, and you can alternate them from game to game. So you have 3 extra guys who are familiar with your system that can come in and help right away.
Scott Padgett was a signing by Houston just before camp started. He had played with Houston a couple of years ago. Kirk Snyder came over in a cash transaction with the New Orleans, Oklahoma City team. So he's in the game now. Luther Head, of course, had his rookie year here in Houston last year.
Kirk Snyder was such a great acquisition. He's a very solid player who can play 2 or 3 positions, very versatile, and adds a lot to this Rocket club.
This Houston team, not a good free throw shooting team. San Antonio not either. So there won't be a lot done at the line, I'm afraid, here tonight, as Alston misses both free throws. That's something Michael Finley can shoot. He can shoot that 3, and Padgett has the ball knocked away by Robert Horry. You got to watch Horry. Even though he's been 15 years in the league, those are still pickpocket hands.
Big shot Bob, as he's most commonly referred to nowadays.
Want to cross-court it to Snyder. Yao Ming trying to reposition on Elson. Snyder Gives it up to Yao with a jump hook. That's the most improved part of his game. I remember when Akeem Olajuwon came back about his 5th year with that jump hook, he was unstoppable.
A jump hook is devastating because he has so much height on it, and if he turns well, squares his shoulders, there's no stopping him.
Elson shoots it over Pageant.
Francisco Elson showing some offense tonight. He's not known for his offensive capabilities.
No, he's not. They did a good job, though, of remaking that center position on the run. They had Rasho Nesterovic and Nazi Muhammad at the center position last year. They made a couple of deals, picked them up. Yao Ming, point-blank range over Elson.
Great execution by the Houston Rockets. You saw the back stick, free Yao Ming for an easy layup underneath the basket.
6-point lead as Ginóbili off the glass for 2. San Antonio will use a lot of glass. Ginóbili likes to put that basketball high over the tall guys off the glass, and he does it quite well. Lutherhead will shoot the 3. And the long rebound, and Udrih comes away with it. Robert Horry with a 3-point attempt. They've seen that here, of course. Robert started his career in Houston, won a couple of back-to-back championships with the Houston Rockets in his rookie and his second year with the Houston Rockets.
Always has been a clutch performer throughout his career.
He won 3 championships with the Lakers. And he's won 1 with San Antonio. Everywhere he goes, he gets a ring. And Horry with the rebound.
And what a great guy.
Nelson back outside to Michael Finley, and there's the bench for San Antonio on a 7-0 run. They are so deep.
A lot of depth, and that's why they're so good. Now, they're doing all of this with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker on the bench.
That's the bench points right there. The Rockets, much like the Miami Heat, get most of their scoring from their starters. They don't have much bench scoring except for that guy right there, Lutherhead.
He can make some shots. Lutherhead came up big the other night against the Heat in the second half, knocked down some very crucial shots down the stretch.
Lutherhead is number 8 in the NBA and 3-point field goal percentage at 52%. Brent Berry's number 2 in the league, and we haven't seen him yet. Finley, a career 39% 3-point shooter. Finley will post it up and draw the foul.
You got Finley trying to use his height advantage against Lutherhead, the smaller defender.
We have a timeout on the court with 8:33 left to play in the second period of this closely contested game. Rockets up by 2.
This is what it's like when you're looking for a car on Autotrader.com. It's the only place you can see almost 3 million cars. The largest selection of cars anywhere. And when you search from a selection this wide, no matter what you're looking for, on Autotrader.com, you'll find exactly the car you want, just like that. So why go anywhere else? Autotrader.com, the smarter place to buy and sell a car.
Hey, it's our friend Bob. Looks like Bob continues to enjoy the big lift he gets from Enzyte and natural male enhancement. With over 10 million packs sold, Enzyte is firmly the #1 selling brand, bringing true natural male enhancement to men all over the world. Now you can join Bob and the millions of men who fully enjoy the benefits of Enzyte. Just call or visit Enzyte.com for a sample pack of the strongest, most powerful Enzyte formula yet. Enjoy the full, robust confidence that only Enzyte can provide. If you've ever been curious about natural male enhancement, there's never been a better time to try a sample pack of Enzyte. Visit Enzyte.com or call toll-free for a sample pack. Call right now and you'll also get 2 free packs of Enzyte Topical Rush. With an offer this big, it's enough to throw a parade. Sample packs are in stock now and shipped to you within 48 hours. Offer only good while supplies last. Limit 1 per household. Enzyte, the once daily tablet for natural male enhancement.
Welcome back to Toyota Center, where the Rockets lead this one by 2. If you're looking to build relationships, bring in new business, or just entertain, rent a suite at Toyota Center. Rental suites start at only $1,500 and include tickets, catering, and VIP parking. For more information, call Jason Cole at 713-758-7458. Bill?
Sweet. I'll take it. That's the way to watch the game.
Yes, indeed.
It doesn't get any better. It's like being in your living room.
Shane Battier will come back into the game for Houston, so it'll be Battier, Yao Ming, Scott Padgett, Luther Head, and Rafer Alston. Tim Duncan is back into the game for San Antonio, along with Ginóbili and Parker. Finley at the line, and Robert Ory. And it looks like Brent Berry's preparing to check in for Finley.
They just keep bringing him in off the bench. And Brent Berry has been having a very productive year for the Spurs so far. In 23 minutes, he's averaging over 10 points and 2 rebounds a game.
Now, when you go through an 82-game schedule and then more in the playoffs, if you can go 10 deep, some nights when you play 3 or 4 games in a week, you can use all of those guys.
Every one of them. Because this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So if you can keep healthy bodies out there, you're going to be ahead of the game.
And Rafer Alston called for carrying the ball. Traveling called on Rafer. They're calling that a lot more this year. And Brent Berry will check in, 3-point percentage. And he's not even number 1 in the league. Got to have a minimum of 10 attempts, and that's what he has. Gordon Garicek is 5 of 6 for 83%, but does not have the 10.
That is pretty strong. In the 70s for 3.
Robert Ory blocked by Yao Ming. Oh my goodness, they call a late whistle, and a foul was called on Yao Ming.
Who can't believe it.
Well, let's look at it again.
There's a little contact. Robert goes up strong.
I guess coming down to the arm, right?
Oh, yeah.
I still don't know that he gets the superstar calls anymore.
No, that was a no call.
At the other end, what was it? Will Chamberlain used to say, nobody loves a giant.
The smaller man always gets the benefit of the doubt.
That's what he got in Miami the other night, that scratch along the arm, but he's got a lot of those.
And he didn't even get a foul on the play.
No.
Well, there's no blood, so obviously there's no foul. There's a little blood, a scar.
So the Spurs take a 2-point lead, 36-34. Under 8 minutes left to play. Luther Head, Ginóbili has to respect his 3-point shooting as Battier will back it in on Barry. Back to Rafer Alston with a 3, and the Rockets regain the lead.
Good execution by Shane Battier and Rafer Alston. If you're going to double, they're going to make you pay.
Brent Berry outside to Ginóbili. Tiniest crack in a defense. Ginóbili and Parker will find it. There's a steal by Rafer Alston. Alston quickly gets it up the court. Right into Yao Ming. Yao turns, Shanghai shake off the back of the iron. And the rebound to San Antonio.
Duncan bringing it up the court. The big guy can do it all.
Steal by Yao Ming. Rafer Alston right behind Duncan. Gives it up to Battier. Will pass on the 3. Rockets will turn it around to Luther Head. Now down to Yao Ming.
Good patience. The ball is moving around the horn.
Double team on Yao. Back to Battier. One extra pass to Scott Padgett. Got it. 3-pointer. How about that ball movement, Clyde Drexler?
You gotta love that. You gotta love that. The Rockets are showing great patience early in the first half in this game.
And Greg Popovich wants to call a timeout. So the Rockets have hit 5 of their 6 3-point attempts. 3 for 5 for San Antonio. Long-range bombing tonight.
Yeah, look, I mean, you looked good. You looked like you were working.
You were fooled. Every time I dunk. Drop 30, 40. It fooled you.
Because you believe that was about me. While I believe it takes 5, baby. But you're not a fool, are you?
Over the past half-decade, BetterBasketball.com has become the world's leader in improvement videos, bringing you 6 DVDs to build a foundation of the fundamental skills: shooting, dribbling, passing, defending, scoring from the post, and attacking from the perimeter. Now, Better Basketball brings you the most advanced DVD ever released, Scoring Without the Ball. The video features unmatched detail on reacting to your teammates' dribble penetration, developing slasher moves, working off screens, and getting open when denied. The DVD even uses pro footage, so you'll see the techniques applied in real games from around the globe. Plus, you'll learn from Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman and Jason Kidd. If your goal is to play at the next level or just plain win, get the entire Better Basketball series, put in the sweat, and then reap the rewards. Learn more about all 7 DVDs from BetterBasketball.com or call us at 1-800-BETTER-B. If you buy 6 of the videos, the 7th is free. Order now at BetterBasketball.com.
NBA TV is all games, all James, all Jameson.
NBA TV gives all the scores right now.
All dunks, all Yao. NBA TV, all day, all night, all basketball.
And roll it. Boom. They got a double from somewhere. Nobody's going to double, so he's going to hold it. Look at the patience. Kicks it out to Battier, who kicks it out to Paget in the corner for the easy, wide-open jumper. Nothing but net. Great patience. And a devastating possession for the Rockets.
One of the intentions for the Houston Rockets in the offseason was to beef up their perimeter shooting because of all of the attention that Yao Ming gets during a game. And so they really did a good job of bringing in Shane Battier, who can stretch out to the 4 position. Duncan will shoot it from 17, and T-Mac with the rebound. He's back into the game. Tracy had a 14-point first quarter. Oh, he finds Paget open again in the corner. Hit it. Well, Paget has hit his first 2 threes. The Rockets are 6 of 7 from behind the arc. So where do you pick your poison if you're San Antonio? 43-36 Houston. Parker on the drive with the teardrop.
It's a beautiful shot by Tony Parker. He gets to that lane and throws that teardrop up with amazing accuracy.
What a beautiful player. He's averaging 24 points a game on 56% shooting. Battier is fouled by Barry. Now, that's a mismatch in Houston's favor. I don't think Barry has the bulk to stay with Shane Battier. And that's the problem Battier gives you. He's a 4. He can take you down low, or he can shoot the 3.
He's just very versatile, has so many facets to his game that benefits the team concept. And he's very unselfish. That's the one I like the most about Shane Battier.
So all of the traffic as Dikembe Mutombo now will come in for Yao Ming. Yao Ming with 10 points. And you saw Elson come back into the game as Ori goes out. Bowen is back in to guard McGrady.
Tim Duncan guarding Scott Paget on the perimeter.
Missed by McGrady. Barry with the rebound. Son of Rick Barry, of course. 4 Barry boys. 2 of them played extensively in the NBA, John and Brent. From the outside, Parker with a miss, and it went out of bounds.
Parker seems to be struggling with his outside shot. Even on his release, it doesn't look very smooth.
He's 2 for 8 to start the game, but he doesn't always stay that way.
No, he gets into the lane. That's where he makes the most of his game.
Well, the foul is called on Brett Barry, and that's 2 in a hurry on Barry. That's the second team foul, or third team foul on the Spurs. The Rockets have 2. Paget has hit back-to-back threes. They're going to give it up to Battier again on the drive, lays it off the glass. Mutombo collects himself and puts it back up and in. Mutombo has been playing very well over the last 10 days.
Very productive. He just gives you everything he has when he's out on the floor. He's a great compliment and a great backup for Yao Ming.
Of course, he's 7'1", and he gives you that height. And Parker had to rush up a shot. Or not Parker, but Duncan. Now Parker goes to the attack, back outside to Bowen. And Bowen travels. 5 turnovers by the Spurs, only 2 turnovers by the Rockets. The Rockets are number 22 in the league with 17 turnovers a game, but keeping it down here tonight as you look at field goal percentages, and the Rockets shooting 53%.
That's usually the difference in the game. You got to make shots, and the Rockets are doing just that tonight.
McGrady turns the corner, sets up Pageant, passes on the shot, goes cross-court to Battier. Nelson with the rebound. .410 left to play in the half. And a foul on Mutombo. Mutombo wasn't giving any ground at all. He came up right on Duncan. Duncan gets the foul. That's 3 team fouls on the Rockets.
He's a little bit too far out on the perimeter to try to play Tim Duncan, who has a quickness advantage.
Barry turns the corner, little one-hander. Keeps it alive. Duncan puts it back up, blocked by Mutombo. Out to Luther Head on the run. Luther Head will pull up for the jumper, and he hits it. Mutombo starts it at one end with a block, and Luther Head finishes at the other. And the Rockets now with a 9-point lead, biggest lead of the game. Houston on a 13-2 run. Steal. Luther Head. McGrady for a three. And is tipped out of bounds by Mutombo.
And the Rockets really exploiting the early opportunities in the transition game. I like what I see.
McGrady wanted to really put the hammer on him with that three-pointer that missed. He hasn't missed much. He's 6 for 11 here tonight.
Playing with a lot of good energy, good positive energy.
Parker down low. They get it back to Duncan. Parker's been sitting in that lane for about 6 seconds. And knocked out of bounds by McGrady.
Well, he was in the lane, getting ready to shoot, falls down, stays in the lane a good 6-7 seconds, and still no call.
Well, some fans got more than they bargained for. That's why you pay for the front row seats, right?
Oh, you gotta love that.
Look at that lady held on to that beer. How about that?
And she's laughing the whole way.
She says, "Get out of here, T-Mac. You're the only one that can afford those seats." Well, she got some of the beer on her.
She didn't waste very much.
But Tracy gave her a towel.
She's a trooper. You gotta love that.
3:08 left to play in the second quarter. Parker turns the corner with a teardrop. He's the best in the business.
He leans forward, kisses it high in the air, and it's nothing but net.
Remember Nate Archibald?
Oh, yeah, Tiny.
Tiny could do that. So could Calvin Murphy. They had that little shot they could get over the 7-footers. We have a timeout taken by Houston. 2:54 left to play in the first half. Rockets up by 7 on FSN Houston.
She's cutting in the hole. Don't get in your mouth. I think I chipped my tooth on the rim. I think I chipped my tooth. And then, hey, Graham, what's back there? T-Mac straight from the free throw. How do you like the Houston R Rocket logo? Do you like the logo?
Like being up 19.
If you haven't seen it, it's right here. It's right in your face where my legs are. Oh, gosh, I have my own shoes. You see them? Hi, these are my shoes. Came was like, hey, those are nice.
NBA Live 2007. Rated for everyone. EA Sports. It's in the game.
If NBA Legends is your game, then Hoops is the name. It's the Johnny Hoops Marathon on NBA TV. Take a trip back in time with Johnny Andres as we look at the storied careers of NBA legends like QB Brown, Darryl Dawkins, Dan Issel, Ed McCauley, Earl Monroe, and Tom Heinsohn. All legends, all legendary. The Johnny Hoops Marathon, Thursday, November 16th at 8 p.m.
Amari, Rick Campbell, NBA TV. What's up with you, man? Chris, just call to leave a message. Here's the deal. I got you on my NBA.com team. LeBron. KG, I don't know how to break this to you, dude. Just want to remind you, not so subtly, that we need threes this year, okay? Are you feeling that? Nate?
Fantasy Hoops, presented by Toyota, nightly at 1 a.m.
Voicemail again.
NBA TV is all games, all James, all Jameson.
NBA TV gives all the scores right now.
All dunks, all Yao. NBA TV, all day, all night, all basketball.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center in Houston, where the Rockets lead 47-40 over the San Antonio Spurs. Tracy McGrady, Shane Battier, Scott Pageant, Luther Head, and Yao Ming for Houston. Now Duncan is matched up with Yao Ming. That's an interesting matchup, as Alston will come into the game now. for Scott Padgett.
Well, you knew it was going to get down to the Duncan-Yao matchup sooner or later. I thought it would be late or midway through the fourth period.
So San Antonio goes small. As Bowen, Ginóbili, Parker in the game. Yao will work on Duncan. Duncan, a very good defensive player and shot blocker. Rafer Austin will put up a three and miss it. And the rebound tipped by Bowen to Parker. There's so many ways that Popovich can go. He can go big with this lineup, but they're more effective small. There's Duncan taking it in on Yao, and he uses his quickness to go around the gentle giant.
Oh, it looks like a low post move, but he's farther out about 4 or 5 feet, which enables him to use his quickness and go around the bigger man.
I think that's the best way to beat Yao, with quickness. You can't beat him with size. McGrady taking it inside, and Bowen with a foul.
Yeah, you're going to lose that matchup every night if you try to beat Yao Ming with size. Take him out a little bit farther on the perimeter, use your quickness, you have a better chance of getting the shot up.
Beno Udrih will check into the game. Bowen will stay in. Parker will come out.
I tell you what, the quality and the level of play in this game has been very high. This is almost playoff caliber intensity, like two heavyweights fighting it out.
Especially for an early season game. Absolutely. There's McGrady now down the baseline for two. McGrady with 16 points. Yao Ming with 10. That's 26 of Houston's 49 points by the two big guns. Duncan gets a double team by Battier. Now it's one-on-one. Ginóbili takes it inside. And they're going to say he was going to the basket, and a foul was called on Yao Ming. That's number 2 on Yao.
I tell you what, Ginóbili is as good as anybody in the league. And going to the rack, making the contact. Look at the great acting job. Oh, he falls down like they killed him. And he'll get 2 free throws because of it. He's mastered that.
He bumped knees with Yao Ming. Yao seemed to have gotten the worst of that exchange.
And he was just standing there.
Yeah, I just have a problem with that. Here's a guy standing there. He never moves. The other guy initiates the contact, and you're called for the foul. And I don't know. Had he moved a little, had he moved his feet, yeah,
that would have been different. But it's a good move by an offensive player to initiate the contact, especially when you're going at a good shot blocker.
Well, with 1:42 left to play, Yao has to come out with 2 fouls, and Ginóbili gets both free throws. The Spurs, who are number 28 in the league in free throw shooting, are 10 for 12 tonight. Rockets have been to the line 6 times, have made 3. Deflected on the pass. Finley has it, and he has it stolen.
Great hands by Rafer Austin.
Luther Head comes out with the basketball. Tipped up and in by McGrady. Tracy McGrady with 18 points. Beno Udrih will bring it over to Duncan's side of the court. Mutombo giving him a little room. Bowen gives it right back to Duncan. 5 on the shot clock. Down to 4. Blocked by Mutombo. Saved by San Antonio, but it goes out of bounds.
Not in my house, Jimmy.
2 blocks for Dikembe Mutombo. Number 3 all time. Mount Mutombo says, get that stuff out of here.
Woo. He can still get it done.
40-year-old with 30-year-old legs. Back in the corner, Luther Head. Luther on the drive. Floats it up. There's Mutombo again. Mutombo back up, misses it, tips it up and in. Mutombo controlling both ends of the court. Oh, what a nice backup that is to have.
I tell you what, it's a good compliment to Yao Ming, as I said earlier, because he comes in and he gives you everything he has, and one thing he does really well is he blocks the paint and everything inside of it.
5-second difference, shot clock, game clock. 5 seconds. Udrih will put up the 3 off the mark. Battier has it, 7 seconds left. Luther Head gets it up the court in a hurry. McGrady will take a 3. Got it! Tracy McGrady with a 10th of a second left to play in the half. Oh, 21 first half points for McGrady.
And he's on fire.
And remember that finish he made against San Antonio a couple of years ago? That was reminiscent of that final shot he took to beat the Spurs. He made 4 off of it and then got the Rockets to within a couple. Then that was the final shot of the game right there, the three-pointer to defeat San Antonio. 13 points in 34 seconds.
Turn a loss into a victory.
Yao Ming back into the game now, says his knee's okay. He got a bump, you'll remember, by Ginóbili. Oberto giving him a little room, and Yao Ming pops the jumper. That's why he's so tough. 7'5". He hits a 15 to 17 footer over you, then he can go inside too.
You just never know what he's going to do. And Oberto has no clue.
And Bruce Bowen hits from the outside. Well, Bruce Bowen has been very quiet. That's his first basket of the game.
He's not known much for scoring, but every now and then he can light it up on the offensive end.
Well, he'll hit a big three-pointer for you when you least expect it. And a whistle and a foul is called on Fabricio Oberto. He's a 30-year-old second-year player in NBA. He's had a great career. Oberto played in Argentina, where he was an all-star.
Played with Ginóbili in Argentina.
On that very good national team. Looking down to Yao Ming. He's been camping that lane a little while. Has it blocked from the backside. That double team was effective by San Antonio. Tim Duncan to Oberto, and he shoots it over Yao Ming. Now Oberto got there in a hurry.
Very effective offense by the Spurs. It's just a pass and cut. Nothing complex about that. Could be the reason why Oberto is shooting 75% from the field.
Grady. Bowen really makes you work. Keeps his body in good position. Ginóbili, and that's what he likes to do, create contact. He is so physical, so strong, and when he goes to his left, he's virtually impossible to stop.
Because he's good. If you're there, he's going to run into you and fall down. If you're not there, he's one of the best finishers in the league.
Ginóbili with 8 points. 9-point game. Now the Rockets have stalled on this play. It's McGrady time. 3 seconds down to 2. McGrady got the three-pointer. What shooting slump?
I tell you what, when you're feeling it, you got to let it go, and that's what he's doing tonight. Put it up.
McGrady now 4 for 5 from behind the arc. And the whistle and a foul is called on Oberto, and that's number 4. So Fabricio having a tough time of it. He's been in 5 minutes. He has 4 fouls tonight. There's McGrady. He had nothing left to do, Clyde. The shot clock was down to 3 seconds.
It's a great option to have. You got Yao on the inside, Tracy on the outside. The most potent 1-2 punch in the NBA.
Taking it down low, and Yao Ming comes inside, catches the ball, puts it up off the glass, missed it, tipped it, and Duncan's got it. Up ahead to Tony Parker. Parker, alley-oop, and a little too much oops in the alley. Elson had a flat tire trying to go up for that.
It went right through his hands. You got to know your personnel when you're trying the alley-oop.
Elson's very athletic, though. He's a 7-footer. Look how small he looks standing next to Yao Ming. He's 7 feet tall, remember.
Everyone's small next to Yao.
Ray for Austin, open for the 3 and missed it. Ginóbili with the rebound. Duncan, top of the key. Bowen shut off. Now back to Duncan again. Duncan to the middle. Blocked by Yao Ming. Bowen's got it. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Ginóbili misses the 3, and McGrady with a rebound. Yao Ming with a couple of blocks. Rockets having a block party here tonight.
I tell you what, between Mutombo and Yao, Duncan is having trouble getting a shot.
Yao Ming! Great position. Beautiful pass from McGrady. Boy, when he gets it down deep like that, you can't stop him.
There's no answer when he gets it that deep.
14-point lead by Houston.
And the thing is, most teams know that, but he still has a way to get it done every night anyway.
Ginóbili cuts through the little tiny crack inside, and a foul is whistled on Yao Ming. Well, Ginóbili has drawn 2 fouls from Yao, and he's getting, when you let him by you get Yao in foul trouble.
You see Yao in the semicircle, that's why they called that. Had he been outside of that, there would have been no call. But when you're ever inside that semicircle, there's very little you can do against a player like Ginóbili because he's going to initiate the contact.
Yeah, that's a good point, Clyde. Ginóbili is one of the best I've seen at initiating contact and getting a foul whistle.
Absolutely. Most guys go away from the shot blocker. He goes into their chest, which is the correct way to attack.
Like staying inside on a puncher when you're a boxer. Stay inside on a puncher. Don't step back and let him hit you. So Ginóbili now from the free throw line with 10 points. McGrady. Ball stayed in. Duncan's got it. Gets it out to Parker. Parker with a 3. Misses. McGrady picks up his 7th rebound of the game. Rafer Alston with the jumper. And that's the early points the Rockets are getting off their fast break now. And Popovich wants another timeout. The Houston Rockets, Tracy McGrady now with 24 points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. Rockets by 14.
I'm Jeff.
Who's got next? NBA 2K7, the #1 rated NBA simulation featuring signature style, isolated post play, and Shot 6 Pro. New generation, new attitude. Welcome to the Supreme Court. NBA 2K7 from 2K Sports, rated E for everyone.
Hey, it's our friend Bob. Looks like Bob continues to enjoy the big lift he gets from Enzyte and natural male enhancement. With over 10 million packs sold, Enzyte is firmly the #1 selling brand, bringing true natural male enhancement to men all over the world. Now you can join Bob and the millions of men who fully enjoy the benefits of Enzyte. Just call or visit Enzyte.com for a sample pack of the strongest, most powerful Enzyte formula yet. Enjoy the full, robust confidence that only Enzyte can provide. If you've ever been curious about natural male enhancement, there's never been a better time to try a sample pack of Enzyte. Visit Enzyte.com or call toll-free for a sample pack. Call right now and you'll also get 2 free packs of Enzyte Topical Rush. With an offer this big, it's enough to throw a parade. Sample packs are in stock now and shipped to you within 48 hours. Offer only good while supplies last. Limit 1 per household. Enzyte, the once daily tablet for natural male enhancement.
NBA TV is all games, all James, all Jameson.
NBA TV gives all the scores right now.
All dunks, all Yao. NBA TV, all day, all night, all basketball.
It's Rockets good tonight as we welcome you back to the Toyota Center. How about this one, Clyde?
See Rafer Alston streaking down the court, pulls up for the jumper, nothing but net, but only through sheer hustle and determination was he able to get to that point.
Well, the Rockets last year, without as much physical talent on the court, were strictly a half-court team. This year, teams are going to have to pick up their fast break now. The Rockets
they're forced to be reckoned with. They got an inside and an outside game.
Cisco Elson hits the medium-range jumper. Well, he's really improved that area of his game.
He's showing me a couple of moves on the offensive end that I didn't know he had, Bill.
Well, he's 5 of 6 shooting here tonight for 10 points. Yao Ming leans in over Elson for 2. He's playing so much bigger this year, and I know that sounds funny, he's 7'5", but he's playing big.
His shots are just so...
Elson beat Yao back down the court.
His shots are such a high percentage because he's going up powerful with each and every shot, keeping them high, as you said, playing big.
Here he is again, and he's fouled on the play, and I think Ginóbili came over and got the foul. And it's called on Ginóbili, so Yao Ming, who's shooting 88% from the free throw line, will be right back there. Another thing Yao's doing, too, is getting to the free throw line a lot more this year because he's getting the ball down so low.
He's very aggressive and looking for a shot. But you notice on that last possession, the Rockets didn't take long to get into their offensive set. So they're exploiting every early opportunity.
And he's missed 2 free throws. That's snooze usually. He's 3 for 5 from the line tonight.
And this is not just against any old team. This is the San Antonio Spurs.
Yep. 13-point lead by Houston. Ginóbili. And that time, Yao reached down, got the steal. McGrady has the ball. He's got Rafer Alston, who reverses it up and in. Alston saw Duncan coming, and he went to the other side of the basket.
Heads-up move by Rafer Alston. He's having a nice game quietly.
Duncan takes it in over Yao. And the whistle and a loose ball foul on San Antonio. It's on Elson. Yao's got 3 steals tonight.
Here's the last break. The steal. Tracy McGrady picks it up, and he gives a great bounce pass to Rafer Alston, who finishes with a nice reverse. Textbook.
That's 5 assists now for Tracy McGrady. Battier is called to a charge. Ginóbili and Battier draw more charges than any 2 players in the NBA.
They have a keen awareness for anticipating the dribble penetration.
But you have to want to give up your body, too, because there aren't a lot of guys that like to take that kind of beating night in and night out.
You have to be a physical-minded player to do that.
Parker from the top of the key, and he misses again. Now, that's a key part of the game. Tony Parker is a 56% shooter, and Clyde, he's not doing that tonight. Yao Ming is fouled. McGrady with a slam will not count, and Yao will shoot 2. Parker is only 3 for 10 tonight, and he is a 56% shooter. What a great pass, huh?
Yao again with the deep, low post position. When he gets it that low, you're beat before he gets it. Francisco Elson is starting to figure that out.
Michael Finley checks into the game. And Ginóbili will go out. So Yao will have 2.
Wow, boy, what'd you do?
That's the first time this year he's had 3 misses in a game. Everybody's shocked.
Did you jinx it before the game?
I'm not going to say anything else.
He was on a roll before tonight.
He has such a nice release. And Yao Ming with 18 points, McGrady with 24. 42 points out of Houston's 71. Bowen coming off a pick, short on the shot, long rebound, knocked out of bounds by Francisco Elson. So Mutombo will come in for Yao Ming, and Robert Horry will come in for Elson. So now San Antonio going small. Mutombo will keep Houston big. Duncan and Horry will be in the game. Battier saves it.
So far this evening, the Rockets playing a very solid game against the Spurs.
Rafer Alston fires up a 3. How about the Rockets from behind the arc? 9 of 14 for Houston for 64% in the 3-point category. Wow, that's hard to beat.
And the Spurs are traditionally known to be a good defensive team.
Duncan takes it up and in. Timmy Duncan has 12 points to lead San Antonio. He and Elson with 12 apiece. But when Elson's your second leading scorer, and you're the Spurs, you may be in trouble. Down to McGrady. McGrady gets a double team. Down in low to Juwan. Juwan to Mutombo. Baseline jumper missed it.
I don't know if you want to see that very often.
You want to see Juwan shoot that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. He had it. But very unselfishly gave it up to Mutombo, who was the open man.
Finley with 9 seconds. Duncan got it in low. Surrounded by Rockets and draws the foul. Robert Horry will come over to the bench to talk to Popovich. So Duncan has been at the free throw line now. These will be free throws number 5 and 6 for Tim. One of the really great guys in the NBA, Tim Duncan, Mr. Double-Double. just does it every night. Since Tim Duncan joined the Spurs, they've had the best record in the NBA. Clyde, 506 wins, only 206 losses. That's a winning percentage of 71%.
Of course, he had the great David Robinson playing with him for many of those years.
Well, for about the first 3, yes. But this is the best mark of any team in professional sports during a 9-year stretch. And he's one of the reasons. And, of course, that's the worst year San Antonio had in franchise history, the year they drafted him, so that they were able
I tell you what, it was a great pick, and he's paid huge dividends for that franchise.
I tell people that Rick Pitino would still be in Boston had he got the lottery.
I don't know. That's still stretching it. They would have traded him.
Duncan's a great guy to build around. And McGrady goes with a reversal. He almost made it. He's fouled on the play. So McGrady will shoot 2. And this will be the first trip to the free throw line for Tracy McGrady. McGrady has struggled from the free throw line this year, shooting only 63% on free throw shooting.
He's way too good a shooter to shoot 63%. Those are numbers that you traditionally see from a center.
Now, where's he standing on the free throw line, Clyde, for this man? He's short.
He's a little far back.
He's been standing back.
And that's kind of altering his shot, I believe. Your free throw muscles are normally 15-foot shot. Right here at the gray circle where the gray meets the red. And you trained many years at that position, and now you go about 3 or 4 inches behind that, and certainly it makes a difference. Look at that. He's got a good 4 or 5 inches there. Knocks it down anyway, of
course. Gets that one to go. So he's 1 for 2. He hasn't missed much tonight. 26 points for McGrady. Turnover. McGrady's got it. He directs traffic. And he'll take it himself. Rat-a-tats and won't go. And Duncan gets it out to Beno Udrih. Udrih goes to that left side. He and Ginóbili both left-handers. Robert Horry shoots it up off the glass and misses. Juwan Howard with the rebound. So Howard's done a good job on the glass tonight. 6 rebounds for Juwan.
Juwan has been very solid in place of Chuck Hayes tonight. Got to start.
Juwan Howard, great fake. Misses. Mutombo tries to keep it alive. And Michael Finley will bring it up. Finley with a quick move to the basket. He still got it.
Michael Finley can still play. He has a lot to offer. He showed that in last year's playoffs.
Yeah, 12 years in the league, 10 of those with Dallas. Brady to the basket, and coming out of bounds was Bowen, so that's going to be Houston's ball. You have to establish yourself inbounds before you grab the ball, and we have a timeout on the court. 2:15 left to play in the third period. Rockets up by 15.
I don't. This contest is going to be over.
I want to write it, direct it, produce it. Come on, Bobs. I ain't got all day.
It's almost over. Yeah, I've been waiting for this a long time. Ooh. Oh, my back.
That was off.
My back.
4.6.
4.6. I didn't ask you how tall you was. Stop that, pretty boy. 4.6.
I'll have to call y'all back. Show me what you got.
No, stop showboating all the time and show us something.
Well, here it comes. Pretty good. 7.8.
Your dunk was garbage. Come on. It's your turn.
I don't do that dunk contest, so.
What's wrong with you? Shoes too tight?
Man.
I've been waiting for this.
It ain't been nothing good like that since Sanford and Son.
Dunk contest are bourgeois.
How can it be offensive if it's true?
Okay, first of all, I'm not 100% in love with your tone right now.
Tone aside, historically, you guys have struggled to adapt.
Yeah, right. Walking upright, discovering fire, inventing the wheel, laying the foundation for all mankind. You're right. Good point. Sorry we couldn't get that to you sooner.
Connie, your reaction?
Sounds like someone woke up on the wrong side of the rock.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to Toyota Center, where the Rockets lead the Spurs by 15. Toyota Center presents the Texans Longhorns versus LSU Tigers, a rematch of last season's NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament Elite 8 Overtime Contest. Sunday, December 10th at Toyota Center. Tickets are on sale now at toyotacentertix.com. You can call 1-866-4-HUGH-TIX, or you can get them at the Toyota Center box office or select Houston area Randalls. So back to Bill and Clyde.
That should be one heck of a game.
Yep, it should be. And
Big Baby went to work last year.
How about our Cougars last night in Rhode Island with a
last second?
Oliver Lafayette with a big three-pointer at the buzzer to win for Houston, 101-99. So that gets the contenders team off to a good start. On the road. T-Mac off the glass too hard. So Yao Ming back into the game with McGrady, Howard, Kirk Snyder, and Rafer Alston. Robert Horry will shoot the three and hit. So Robert Horry with 2 threes tonight.
Can't afford to let the Spurs get back into the thick of things down before the fourth quarter starts. They've been managing to keep them at an arm's length distance. They got to keep the pressure on the Spurs.
Rafer floats it up. Yao Ming gets it back and lost the ball. Beno Udrih hits a three. You know they're going to make a run.
Sooner or later, you know they are. So when you get them down, you got to kick them. You can't afford to let them back into the game.
Remember that 7-game series with Dallas last year? Dallas barely eked out a win. There's Horry creating the steal for Udrih. And all of a sudden, that's 8 straight points by the San Antonio Spurs, and we've got us a game here.
You can just kind of see the look of desperation in the Spurs' eyes. And certainly this group that they have on the floor has been able to get them back into the game.
Without Duncan. Rafer Alston pulls it out now with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. He misses. Yao Ming plays volleyball with it. He misses. This quicker lineup by Popovich is working for San Antonio. Udrih open at the three-point line, hits again. 11 points in a row for the San Antonio Spurs, and it's a 4-point game. You knew they'd come back, and they've made their run. And they've done it with that bench.
Look at the bench points.
Yeah.
And that's what they're known for. They're very deep and very talented from 1 through 12.
They want McGrady to give it up. They go down to Yao Ming with a jump hook baseline. He misses. And Horry with the rebound. So the San Antonio Spurs ended the third quarter on an 11-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes.
Have a lapse on either end of the court for any length of time, because they will keep coming at you.
Greg Popovich going to stay with this unit that got him back in it. And a kick ball by Houston. And the shot clock will be set at 14 seconds. Tracy McGrady gets a rest now. Scott Padgett has checked into the game. He'll match up with Robert Horry. Taking it down to Michael Finley. Tough turnaround, and it's a 13-0 run by San Antonio.
Well, you got to know that the Spurs are going to try to exploit that matchup.
Yeah.
Michael Finley has a 3 or 4 inch advantage against Luther Head, and it worked out fine that time.
How quickly leads can change in the NBA. Yao Ming turns, fires. If you get a little body on him now, it seems to throw him off a little bit. That's what they're doing.
You're so right, Bill. That's what happened. Shaquille O'Neal masterminded that a few years ago. But very few people are able to do it against Yao because he's so powerful.
Udrih with an air ball. So the Rockets now with a chance to keep the lead, 75-73 Houston. Houston led by 16 with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. This is going to tie it up here, Robert Horry.
Just careless. Careless with the basketball. You got to take care of it.
What's that now, 15-0 run? 15-0 run by San Antonio. Rockets have gone cold from the field. That defense for the Spurs. And carrying the ball on Luther Head.
The Rockets here in the barrage of turnovers. They only had 3 in the first half, which is the reason they had such a huge lead.
Yeah.
Second half, they've had 3 in the last 2 minutes.
So Beno Udrih has done a great job of running the show here. Tony Parker didn't bring his jumper tonight. But boy, when you've got a bench where you can bring in Udrih for an all-star, that's not too bad.
Very productive tonight so far.
Michael Finley. And he misses on the turnaround, and Yao Ming with a rebound gives it up to Rafer Alston. We are tied at 75. Scott Tagent with a miss. And Ginóbili with the rebound. Rockets have gone a long time without scoring.
They seem to have lost their rhythm.
Turnover, Udrih. Rafer Alston back to Luther Head. Rat-a-tats won't go, and missing the tip in is Scott Tagent. Boy, Luther wide open. Udrih back out to Finley. Misses, and the rebound to Elson, and he stepped out of bounds. So Duncan will check back into the game, as will McGrady. And Robert Horry, who was leading the charge for San Antonio, will go to the bench.
I tell you, this is turning into quite a showdown.
Yep. Well, we thought it would be. Right back where we thought it would be.
It's been everything it's been billed to be.
Really didn't think Houston would run away with it. Nor did we think San Antonio would. Shane Battier from the deep corner hits a 3. Battier with his first points of the night.
What a great time to come through for Shane Battier.
And Ginóbili up and in. Boy, what a great shot.
Great body control avoiding the contact that time. Just a little dipsy-doo-doo there.
1 point lead by the Rockets. McGrady in the game again for Houston. They're dogging him with 2 defensive players. Down to Yao Ming. Yao squares up with Duncan now with his back to him. Back to Battier. Battier will fire up a 3. He misses. And Duncan with a rebound. Finley to Nelson, baseline jumper, no. And Yao with a rebound.
A lot of contact not to have anything called here on the rebound by Yao Ming.
McGrady out front, picked up by Ginóbili. McGrady to the basket, and he's fouled on the play by Elson. So we have a timeout on the court, 7:41 left to play in the game. A 15-0 run by the Spurs has them right back in it.
Yeah, look, I mean, you looked good. You looked like you were working.
You were fooled. Every time I dunk.
Drop 30, 40. It fooled you.
Because you believe that was about me.
While I believe.
Phase 5, baby. But you're not a fool. Are you?
Amari, Rick Campbell, NBA TV. What's up with you, man? Chris, just call to leave a message. Here's the deal. I got you on my NBA.com team. LeBron. KG, I don't know how to break this to you, dude. Just want to remind you, not so subtly, that we need 3s this year, okay? Are you feeling that? Nate?
Fantasy Hoops presented by Toyota, nightly at 1 a.m.
Voicemail again. Fighting broke out overnight between rivals.
videos from all across the web. Music, news, movie trailers, and full-length TV shows. All in one place. The new AOL. See what's here for you.
O'Neal with the deflection. Here he goes. Shaquille O'Neal. Time to check in on tonight's AIG Big Man Watch. Of course, it's not fair to Oberto, who has 4 fouls in about 5 minutes.
Well, that's one of the things you got to do. You got to learn how to stay on the court.
Yeah. Yao Ming, of course, mistreating Elson and Oberto, and now Tim Duncan's got it.
Yao, there's no answer. He gets it down low, the turnaround jumper. He's got the jump hook. He's got the face-up, everything working, and he's such an accurate shooter. There's really no answer for the Great Wall down low.
I think Duncan's done a pretty effective job. They've been coming off the weak side with some help on Yao, and he will take a breather now.
And they're getting away with using a little body, especially with the legs, to get him off balance when he goes up for a shot.
So Dikembe Mutombo will be back in the game now to give Yao Ming a breather. McGrady will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. He has struggled from there this season.
You know, these two coaches, you have to give them a lot of credit because they've kept their teams motivated in the game. It's going to come down to probably the last 2 possessions.
Well, they're 2 of the best. And, of course, Tom Thibodeau, who's the #1 assistant for Jeff Van Gundy. And there's Scott Padgett stealing the rebound. So McGrady with 1 for 2. Tom coached with Popovich for 2 seasons. Luther Head misses. And look at keeping it alive. Padgett puts it up and it's blocked by Robert Horry. Mutombo kept it alive. Padgett did not see Horry. Ginóbili taking it in over Mutombo.
I tell you, he's devastated going to the basket with that left hand going to the left.
79-79, all tied up.
I have to think you have to make him go right.
Yeah, well,
at some point.
Good luck. They said that about John Lucas, too. He never went to his right. Shot clock at 5 seconds. Look at that San Antonio defense. And a steal by Ginóbili. Actually, he knocked it out of bounds. And I think they're going to give him 1 second left, the Rockets.
And that's certainly enough time for a catch and shoot.
Actually, the Rockets got a break there. That 24-second shot clock went off, and now Jeff Van Gundy wants to get Yao Ming back into the game. This may be your touch and shoot coming here.
Just a heads-up call by Coach Van Gundy.
Luther Head will bring it in. Duncan will stay on Yao Ming. There it is. He got it off, but I think Duncan got a piece of it.
A lot of traffic there. You kind of knew what was coming. Everyone in the building knew.
Yeah. Bowen outside, looking for Ginóbili, trying to go through the lane. Parker back into the game now, turns inside. Good pickup by Luther Head. Ginóbili from the outside misses the shot. Yao tips it to Scotty Padgett.
Now this is where the Rockets have got to execute, take good care of the ball, execute it, and get exactly what you'd like to get down low.
Boy, that San Antonio defense has really picked up. McGrady, baseline jumper, missed. And Duncan with the rebound. Both teams have had several shots at taking the lead and haven't been able to get it. Ginóbili will try another 3, and this time he hits it. So it's been a long run for San Antonio, down by as many as 19 points in the 3rd quarter. The Spurs have come back to lead by 3.
If you're a fraction off, it can change everything. On the field and in the lab, where Gatorade scientists test and retest athletes so we know exactly what their bodies demand. Precision counts. Out there And in here.
Just practice. Introducing Steve Nash's MVP Basketball, the complete instructional DVD program that teaches you the fundamentals of basketball.
And Steve Nash knows the fundamentals of basketball.
Call or go online now to order Steve Nash's MVP Basketball program for the low introductory price of only $29.95. Act now and you'll receive a second DVD, Steve's Team Play and Practice Organization, perfect for the parent coach, and it's absolutely free. But it's not available in stores, so you must act now.
Hey fans, be at the first Guys Night Out presented by the Houston Chronicle this Saturday, November 16th, when the Rockets take on the Bulls. Get 2 tickets, 2 Big Dog hot dogs, 2 beers or sodas, and 2 beer mugs, all starting at only $52. Call 713-627-DUNK or log on to Rockets.com. 5:41 left, the Rockets trail the Spurs, and for what should be a fantastic finish, let's go back to Bill and Clyde.
Thank you, Bart.
Guys Night Out.
McGrady down to Yao Ming. Yao takes it inside, misses on the hook. So he has gone ice cold now. He's 7 of 20 from the field. The Rockets have scored only 4 points in the last 9 minutes. San Antonio on a 22-4 run. Great defense by the Spurs. Duncan bumps Yao Ming off and scores over him.
One thing you'll notice by the Spurs is that every shot is contested on the other end, because that's what makes them so special. They're very good when they have to be.
Somebody for Houston has to step up and hit a shot. Is it going to be Luther Head? No, he misses. Yao Ming has the ball taken away by Duncan. The Rockets have 23 second-half points. They had 56 in the first half. Wow.
That's a tremendous difference, and it's largely due to the Spurs defense.
Ginóbili with 2 cutting through the lane. And Jeff Van Gundy has to call a desperation timeout. San Antonio, it's a 20-second timeout. The Spurs are on a 26-4 run. And they started it with their bench.
The bench got it started. Big 3 by Robert Horry was the catapult to their comeback. Bino Udrich hit a couple. Robert Horry, Michael Finley had a couple on the low block. And before you know it, they were back into the game.
Then Greg Popovich was able to go back to his starters again, but he stayed with Horry. And Robert will usually be on the court at the end of a game. He may not start a game, but he's going to be there in the important minutes. And, you know, for a guy who's been in the league 15 years, this is his 16th year, and he was telling us, we saw him in the preseason, he said, my legs are still okay, he said, my shoulders are giving me a lot of problems.
And that's what he tells me. He says his shoulder hurts. I said, Bob, you got a few more years left. He goes, I don't know, but the way he's playing, he's looking like a young man.
Maybe it's the 6 rings he has.
That helps.
McGrady, in and out.
Oh, so every shot has been in and out for the Houston Rockets.
Rockets have gone from 51% shooting in the first half to 39% for the game. Duncan is fouled, it counts.
If you notice, the Spurs are attacking Yao Ming from the outside in, which is a much smarter plan of attack. And they're having a lot of success here in the 4th period.
28-4 has been this run that started in the final 2.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Man, look at those numbers for the big fundamental. Alston back the other way. The Rockets have got to score. That's all there is to it. Down to Yao Ming. Takes it inside, and a slapping foul is called on Duncan. That's number 3 on Tim Duncan.
I think Robert Horry was hurt there, trying to get the offensive rebound. He's down. Great Great way to attack the basket by Yao Ming and draw the foul from Duncan. Because when it's going in and out, what do you have to do? You have to go in and try to get closer to the basket where you can perhaps even dunk it.
Now, Ori looked like he pulled a hamstring. And it may have been, there he came down right there and pulled something in his hamstring. Looked like hamstring area.
He was in agony. A lot of pain.
So it was the shoulders. Now it's the hamstring.
I guarantee you, in his 16th year, it will be something every night.
You know about it. 2 free throws for Yao Ming. They break a long scoring drought. That's the first 2 points in the last 12 shots for Houston. 88-81, 7-point lead by San Antonio. Rockets now need a rally. Ginóbili misses. Austin with the rebound. Here come the Rockets, 3:42 left to play. If you're going to make a run, you better make it now. McGrady coming off a pick over to Yao Ming. Yao turns down the baseline, puts it up, blocked by Duncan and taken away by Duncan. What a block by Tim Duncan. Knocked out of bounds by Duncan, so the Rockets did a good job.
Great defense. The Spurs had 5 on 4, and the Rockets were able to get a turnover off of that. That could be the turnaround for the game.
That's the third block by Timmy Duncan, and you better not run into that. Yao kind of trapped himself underneath the basket. Battier off the glass for 2. Good pass by McGrady. He has 6 assists, 8 rebounds, 26 points, but he doesn't have any points in this half, does he?
He's been content to dish the ball, but I think they can use his offense going down the stretch.
5-point game. Duncan gets a double team. Parker gives it right back on the repost. Duncan puts it up and in. Just beats the buzzer.
That's just too good by Tim Duncan.
He's the best. 19 points, 15 rebounds, 3-time MVP in the finals, and a flop by Ginóbili.
You talk about experience. The Spurs are pulling out all the stops.
2:29 left to play. Rockets in trouble.
Imagine a ball guaranteed to stay inflated. The Never Flap from Spalding. Inside, large nitroflake molecules prevent smaller air molecules from escaping, so the ball stays inflated 10 times longer. The Never Flap, basketballs and soccer balls from Spalding, true to the game.
Whether you're dominating the playground, the last one to leave the gym, or you're big time like Mike Bibby, the Better Basketball videos will explode your game.
Even I've learned some things, working with Better Basketball. It's just unbelievable.
I've seen so many different videos over the years. You will not find finer tapes than what Better Basketball is offering.
Learn more about all 7 DVDs from BetterBasketball.com. If you buy 6, the 7th is free. Order now at BetterBasketball.com.
We're not even on the right
Your girl ladies. Eat it up, buddy. Is that part of the show?
How do you feel tonight? Yeah, you looked good. You looked like you were working better.
You were fooled. Every time I dunk.
Drop 30, 40. It fooled you.
Because you believe that was about me.
While I believe.
Phase 5, baby. But you're not a fool. Are you?
The Houston Rockets led by 19 points. San Antonio said not so fast. The Spurs went on a run of 28-4 to take the lead. And the Rockets are only 2 for 14 in this quarter, Clyde, for 14%.
I tell you, the Spurs are showing why they've been one of the premier teams in the league in the last 9 years.
Well, they're just so good from top to bottom. The bench got them back in the game, and now Duncan and Ginóbili are doing the rest. Parker from the outside. Now, he hasn't hit the whole game until right there. See, these guys are used to the big lights.
I tell you what, they have so much depth. They have so many ways to hurt you.
The big stage. They're used to it.
They've been there before. They've been under the lights before.
And Battier with a miss. I said it this summer that in order, whoever wins the state championship of Texas would probably be in the NBA Finals, because San Antonio, Dallas, and Houston, those are three tough stops for any team coming through the state.
The Texas Triangle.
Yeah, it's awfully tough. McGrady to Yao, and it'll be off of Yao's hands. Tough pass for Yao to catch on the run, and he was going to draw a charge anyway.
Well, the Spurs have kind of taken the Rockets out of their offensive rhythm.
Let's take a look at tonight's Progressive Insurance Above the Rim replay, and this will be Tracy McGrady.
Luther misses it, and of course, T-Mac is there to tip it in.
That was in the first half when the Rockets scored 56 points.
And had only 3 turnovers.
Parker again from the top of the key. This time he misses. Duncan tips it out of bounds.
Duncan pulling for the call to go the other way when it could have been an over-the-back call.
1:05 left to play. A 9-point lead by San Antonio. McGrady with a miss. Well, the Rockets, back on November 4th, defeated Dallas 107-76. They had a 19-point lead over San Antonio, but the Spurs said not so fast. We think we're going to win. The NBA general managers, by the way, predicted San Antonio to win it all this year. Maybe they know what they're talking about.
I'll tell you what, the way they come back in the second half, I would not disagree with that.
Well, they're so deep. They played 10 players, and all 10 have contributed here tonight. And a foul is called. Lutherhead will shoot free throws.
Well, they're so intelligent, the way they move the ball, the way they play together. With the experience factor, and of course they have the aircraft carriers with Ginóbili, Parker, and Duncan.
Tonight's Landry Signature Group Rockets player of the game is T-Mac. Tracy with 26 points, but at halftime he had only 20. He had 21 at half. So he's managed only 5 points in this second half, so the Spurs found a way to shut him down.
Give Greg Popovich a lot of credit, because he's going to make adjustments. And that's what good coaches do. They make adjustments. If you hurt him the first half, you will not hurt him the same way in the second half. And that's basically what he did to Tracy McGrady tonight.
Clyde, when you look at future matchups between these two teams, you got 20 from Yao Ming on only 7 of 21 shooting, and McGrady with 26. Somebody else is going to have to pick up the slack offensively.
I tell you what, when they had the lead, they had great balanced scoring. You had Lutherhead, Scott Padgett making threes.
McGrady will fire up a 3 and miss.
A lot of action out here. The Rockets have not given up.
They're not giving up, but they can't shoot the ball in the basket.
Got to make shots.
Houston has only 28 points in this half. They had 56 in the first half, and it's that San Antonio defense that got it done. Houston led by 12 with 2.5 minutes.